Landed 1-2 end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give. This is Chubb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Mayfield now. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are back within a score. Parkey with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Amon-Ra St. Brown going to bring it out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back to throw. Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, Swift. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Goff. Running right through him. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. This is Swift on the counter, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go deep. What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 2nd and 1, Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Clarkey adds the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Amon-Ra St. Brown going to bring it out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jefferson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try the air now with Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jamie Collins. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Now Chubb running right. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, Mayfield on 4th down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A give running right is Chubb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have his few carries.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Parkey with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. On first down, Swift. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down. They'll try it now with Swift. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run it with Williams. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action? Definitely.
Let him get outside and create, and if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Williams will try again. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing now, Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Go, 12, go. Mike Ford. We don't want this. Mike Ford. Hey, let's get this.
Now it's Goff. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of